the power you need.
Hi, I'm Leroy with Power Pro Equipment. Today we're going to be looking at the XCMG XE80u. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I'm going to start at the front of this machine and we'll work our way back and around, and I'll show you service points, features, as well as the comfort of the cab. So starting here at the front, this unit comes standard with a 36-inch heavy-duty bucket with teeth. This unit we ordered with a hydraulic quick disconnect and a hydraulic thumb. Something I want to show you on the XCMG machines, which is very standard, is all the hydraulics that we have so that you can run things like a hydraulic hammer, you can do a tamper, you can do grapples, rotators, all sorts of hydraulic attachments. And we already are set up to do that. As you can see, there's multiple sets of hydraulics on the front, so it makes it very easy to, add attachments. As we go back the boom, I'll show you some of the features that the XCMG excavator has. Notice how the lines are wrapped and very well organized as you go back the boom. Keeps them out of harm's way. You'll notice that the main lift cylinder here on the main stick has a guard so that cylinder is protected. You also have, as we go down the boom, these hoses you can see are protected. You have electrical connections that are wrapped. This has a holding valve on as well. That holding valve will prevent the boom from dropping in case a hose would get cut. As we go down to the blade, notice how the cylinder that operates the blade lift is turned around so that the barrel end is out of harm's way down in the dirt, and then the rod end is higher. So very nice feature on this unit. If you look at the mass up here of the rotating assembly, just the weight that's built into that unit. If you walk around to the other side here, notice how there is remote greasers to grease your chassis, very well out of the way and protected. As we walk around the side and look at the tracks, this unit has the steel tracks with rubber pads, 18 inches wide. This unit can also be ordered with a solid rubber track, 18 inches wide. Open up the side panel. Something that's standard on XCMG excavators is the shutoff valve. That unit, that can be turned so that during times of not being used or for theft prevention, you can turn that off and there's no power to the ignition switch. Filters, you've got the water separator right here for the fuel. I'm going to mention once again how well routed hoses are, and your valve banks all well organized so that you don't have hoses rubbing together to help prevent damage. To close that, you just lift your latch. I'm going to turn this back on. Coming around to the rear, you'll notice an LED light to the rear. There's an additional LED light up on the rear of the cab, and then there's two LED lights on the front, as well as the camera up here on the rear of the hood. As we lift hood, you can see serviceability. This unit is a 73 horsepower Kubota diesel, very well accessible. You can see your components all right there, the starter, the alternator, your fuel filter, as well as if you look down in the cavity here, you'll see the dipstick, the oil filter, and then also an oil fill. So everything very neatly organized for easy service. These side doors both open up. And over here on the right side, you'll see some of the air conditioning components, the fuse panel, as well as the air cleaner. So very easy to access. As we walk around the left side of the cab, under this cover here is the cabin air filter, very easy to access. We'll open the door. The door latches, and then to release the door to close it, you have a handle right here that you can pull down. I'm going to get in the cab. When you're in the cab, if you need some shade, sunshade pulls down. There's several positions you can lock it in. It makes it very nice if you're doing work down low. To open the door, there's two latches, one on either side. That just flips up overhead. Once again, great visibility, and if there's somebody outside the cab you want to talk to, makes it much more convenient. The side window opens up, slides like that. There's also a window to my left here that will open up as well. Great to talk to somebody if the rest of the cab is closed. We'll go through some of the cab controls. So this unit, like any normal excavator, you will have two joysticks. These are Kawasaki joysticks. You have scrolling buttons on the top for multiple functions. For instance, the right-hand controller, this scrolling button will open and close into your thumb. You do have switchable controls, which we'll show you how to do within the screen here later. There is a lever here to operate your blade. And looking at these buttons, this is your bucket disconnect. So you flip it to the rear position, that'll take your bucket off, flip it back and it'll relock. Your regen controls for your engine. To the front here, we have the radio controls. As we go rearward, you have the throttle, you have lights, your 2-speed transmission, auto throttle. There is a rear view camera. As I showed you earlier, there is also a mute button. So if you have the radio on, you can hit that mute button and instantly it'll be quiet, you'll be able to hear. This unit does have a Bluetooth radio as well, so you can connect to your phone. You have auxiliary jacks and also a USB port right there, as well as a 12-volt power port. So if you look at the screen now, you'll see that there's multiple categories you can select. If we go down here to settings, you can go into user settings and change all types of different settings. As we scroll down, your operation mode, that will allow you to change your controls between ISO and SAE style. So I want to talk a little bit about the comfort of this cab. This is a really roomy cab with lots of visibility the whole way around, and the added rear view camera, of course, even enhances that farther. Your controls up here to move your unit. You can use your hands, and then also you have foot pedals that flip down. That you can use to operate direction of the machine, and it leaves your hands free to operate all the other controls. Super comfortable seat. You have the adjuster to move the seat front and back. You have a weight adjustment knob for different amounts of compression on your suspension. And then you also have a lever back here which allows you to move the seat back. So overall, just a very comfortable cab. There is a cup holder right here. There's another 12-volt power port. Your adjustable HVAC vents are up here. XCMG backs this unit up with a 3-year, 3,000-hour warranty, as well as a 5-year, 5,000-hour structural warranty. This unit, the way it's equipped, is a super value in the market today, and you can find out more information in the description below with full specs. You can also find an ad in the description below if you'd like to purchase this machine, or as always, you're welcome to call Power Pro Equipment or also contact us through email. The other thing I would just like to mention is that Power Pro has 9 locations throughout southeastern Pennsylvania and Ringoes, New Jersey. So feel free to call the location nearest you, and somebody will gladly help you with any questions that you may have.